I was going to these beautiful countries, and every year they were getting more polluted, more damaged. And you ask the big questions like, what am I doing to help?
This episode of Saving the Ocean is about Fergal Smith. In an earlier episode we learned from him how to consume and grow organic food saves the ocean. This time we talk about his incentives to step out of the life that he had as a pro surfer and about sustainable ways of travel.
So Fergal, we're here at your farm, the Moy Hill Community Farm. Years ago, I would reckon you lived the dream of many people. You were a pro surfer, you get paid for traveling the world, surfing the best waves, so you were checking the charts, saw like there's a nice swell coming up, that's my favorite wave, so I just book a flight, go there, everything is paid.
Yeah.
And there was one moment where you decided, okay, I'm gonna step out of this life.
Yeah, I suppose I've been traveling for quite some years, and I was going to these beautiful countries, and every year they were getting more polluted, more damaged, and more obesity in the people, and all these things I could just see around me as I travelled. And I was in Tahiti, I hit my knee off the reef, I was sitting on a couch for 2 weeks. It was when the nuclear plant was sinking into the sea in Japan.
Oh, okay.
And I was watching this on the news and seeing the state of the world, and just realising us humans are not really very conscious of our lifestyles and what we can do to change it. And I was like, me getting on another flight to catch more waves isn't going to make any benefit. So it came back to the root of my upbringing, and I know how to grow vegetables. I know that's a solution to quite a few problems. I wrote it all out, and this is the plan. This is what I want to do.
What was the reaction of your sponsors and your friends? They were obviously surfers too.
Yeah, they all said, you're mad, like you're getting paid to travel, you should be really grateful and make the most of that while you can, and all that kind of stuff. And I was very grateful for the opportunity I had and what I was getting to do, but I also I know what I need to do now. And yeah, all my sponsors basically dropped me Bar Nixon watches, and then a new sponsor called Finisterre, which is all about the environment.
Yeah.
They are sponsoring me for what I do here as much as what I do in the sea. And
that's great.
And that's really cool, because that's where I see companies can really become change makers, that they start sponsoring people who are making the right, good choices.
If you were the CEO of, let's say, Rip Curl, what would you change? What would be the number one thing you would
I love
change?
the idea that we could pay, like professional surfers, they get paid to surf and they have endless free time. So they're the only people that I can think of in the surfing world who genuinely could do real surf travel, like real adventures. I'd love the idea if they sailed to, if you're in Europe and you want to go to an Indonesian boat trip, you sail there.
Yeah.
And the story that you'd have on the way there would be so much more interesting than just the photos from an Indonesian boat trip. And that could be really interesting. That'll be the real stories that companies and their riders could have, as the adventure they had going up to Alaska, snowboarding and surfing or whatever, doing all these mad different trips, or cycling across Europe, because why not? We have the time, and promote a lifestyle that's more connected to nature and doing it in a way that's for nature, not just extracting all the time.
Yeah.
So I think it's more healthy for our lives and our brains to be a bit more balanced about everything. It's not all about, the waves weren't good, it was a shit trip.
Yeah.
The trip was great and I got some waves. Yeah.
When it comes to surfers like me, for example, that do not have endless time and don't have endless money, I find that actually we do the kind of bad lifestyle as we wait for our vacation and then we just fly to a place and fly back home. Do you have any ideas how a hobby surfer can kind of sustainably follow this hobby?
Move to the beach. I would find it really hard to surf and not be near the sea. So if I was really into surfing and that's what I wanted to do a lot of, I would try and make a way that I can be near a place I want to surf. I might be France, it might be Cornwall, it might be, Argentina, I don't know, it could be somewhere that you like the sound of and make your life there. And it's a big decision, but that's, I think, we've got too much choice in the modern world. It's too easy to be everywhere and do everything.
You say it's too easy to be everywhere, but the world has so much to offer, so many great places wouldn't it be a shame to miss out on all of that?
Yeah, but you're not missing out. That's the thing. If people want to travel, then you can go and travel. And the mad thing about traveling is, like in Ireland, I know with the Irish people and the Irish culture is, people in Ireland know more about traveling in Australia and Indonesia and South America than they know about Ireland. Like, I know every piece of coast in Ireland. I've been to every beach, I've surfed nearly all the ways along here, and it's where I'm from, it's where I live, and I'm connected to it. But a lot of people don't know that. Like, they spend more time surfing in Indonesia than they do surfing in all the corners of Ireland.
Right.
And you know, you could get the bus around Ireland, and you could surf so many good ways and learn so many cool things from so many different little towns and villages, and that's traveling. That's just as much as traveling as it is going to Australia. But then if you're not fulfilled with that, you can get the boat to Australia.
Get the boat.
Why not? Or hitch, or go across the land and have a real adventure, and then go to Australia and then travel there. But it's like, we're getting these like mad lives of like dropping into a place for 2 weeks to experience something and then come back, and it's like, it's not real travel. It's like teleportation, dropped in and back again, and I don't feel it has, you know, the real benefits of really getting to know somewhere and traveling. And I was that person. That's why I know. I was literally dropping into all these different places just for waves and leaving again.
Is there still enough room in your life for surfing as much as you want?
Definitely not. Like, I don't surf a fraction of what I used to, and like at times it's a bit like, oh, I'm missing out on waves and whatever. But it's just like I've got like 100,000 plants that need my care that I've decided to sow and plant, and I'm more wrapped up in that, and I'm more interested in minding all of these than I am about me catching a few waves.
Yeah.
Like, it's really hard when people are surfers. They think, why would you not go surfing?
Yeah.
But like, there's 100,000 reasons why I should surf less, and that is, if I didn't do that, I would be more upset than me catching a few waves. But when the waves are really good, I will, and then I feel that I have a very balanced lifestyle. But right now I surf a lot less, and by choice, because I've got so many other things that are interesting me at the moment. It's hard to quantify, but it's a lot more enriching, the lifestyle of feeding your neighbors and watching the soil get better each year and planting trees. Like, it's like deeper, more kind of subtle rewards that you can't really explain to people.
Yeah.
Like, a big swell, everyone like, oh, that looked like loads of fun, and you can really see that at moments with all the glam around it. But like, you know, putting up another polytunnel and feeding another, you know, a lot of people, and it's like, there's something really nice about that kind of involvement, and that stuff gets me more excited.
Fergal, thank you so much for having me. Thank you for the interview, and all the best with your farm. Keep rolling, and I will hopefully see you in the waves someday.
Or in the garden.
Not in the big ones, or in the garden.